All right, so once again, on Friday, a bad emailer and an even worse caller named Geoff in Lincoln phoned in to announce in 3 short words, golf is back. Except the thing is, Geoff was not talking about the Charles Schwab Challenge or even the Rich Flores Invitational. No, Geoff was talking about the 2nd annual Jungle Open. Not really my doing. In fact, I'm not really affiliated with that at all. Except there is a Jungle Open. And part of what makes this show so unique is the show within the show. It's the show that all you clones are constantly doing on Twitter and Periscope and Stucknut.com and YouTube and whatever other platform you're using. It's also the nationwide clone stocks that Kyle in Green Bay has put together in Wisconsin and Cali, Washington State, New York, Oregon, Arizona. It's the smack off watch parties that were 12 locations strong last year. I love it when you clones mobilize. You mobilize, you get together, you congregate, you celebrate the show. What you like, what you don't like, the brand. This audience engages and this audience interacts. It's a real thing. Just Google Jim Rome Tour Stops if you don't believe me. Jim Rome Tour Stops. So, last year, Brian in Bugaha went next level with it. He created the Jungle Open, which is a golf tournament for clones who can make it out to Omaha, Nebraska. Now, for me personally, I think it's an awesome idea because I'm all about that. The clones getting together, chopping it up at the show, spending some quality time, strengthening that bond, pushing brand. I love it. Except that the event has been lampooned as a crappy golf get-together in the butthole of America for internet friends. This is not the way I see it.
Butthole.
I've been to Omaha. That is not the butthole of America. I can't really speak to the crappy golf because I haven't seen them play. However, there were plenty of people who want to get in line to take a run at them for all those things. And the most notable takedown of the event last year came from Jeff in Socal.
I want to talk about this golf tournament the Midwest Lames, Midwest Clones are throwing. I mean, Omaha, Nebraska in July. I mean, people who live in Omaha can't even believe that you guys are going to Omaha. I mean, Omaha! What, was Tulsa, Oklahoma all booked this weekend? Was Sioux City, Iowa too expensive for you guys? Omaha, Nebraska makes Cleveland, Ohio look like South Beach. I mean, Jim, please tell me none of these guys are using vacation days from work to go to Omaha! Jim, I would pay to be a fly on the wall when these guys had that conversation with their wives. Yeah, babe, so I'm going to Omaha next weekend to play golf with strangers. Jim, 100% of their wives think they are having extramarital affairs, and 100% of their wives don't even care. They're lucky they're getting a weekend away from these losers.
Damn, dude, if you had made that phone call today, you might have a golden ticket. But it was last year and you still don't. Just one man's opinion. And not really an opinion from anybody who matters. And despite Jeff's objections, the first Jungle Open did go down. The chain-smoking national treasure with a 35 handicap turned viral JTP meme known as Dave and Brea won the inaugural event. And then afterwards, Kyle in Green Bay tried to fight some lady's husband after he objected to Kyle hitting on his wife. So that was the inaugural event. That was one for the books, as they say. So then you have to wonder about number 2. Saturday happened. And if you're watching on CBS Sports Network, you can see some of the videos and pictures from the 2nd annual Jungle Open. Check them out. I don't know, maybe it's me, but taking a mini weekend vacation to golf with the fellas, pound a few domestic beers, and hang out for hours on end actually sounds pretty good right about now. Is there anybody anywhere besides Jeff who thinks that sucks? Shout out to whoever dragged that Rome cardboard cutout along. I appreciate the thought and was there in spirit. Cardboard. According to reports, 512 Lumber won the tournament with his 24 handicap. I'm starting to think that if you suck at golf, you've got a very good chance of winning this whole thing. Oh, and there's a trophy as well. Apparently, it's a wedge with the word elk inscribed into it. But the trophy was not handed out this year because the commissioner of the event, Brian and Bugaha, the founder, remember, the commissioner, was too wasted to remember. Here's some voicemails from Brian and JJ in KC before they got too drunk to remember anything.
It's Brandon Bugaha. This Jungle Open it's beautiful, baby. We've got bush lights flowing. We've got putts rolling, stogies smoking. We're just making it happen. Don't doubt 2021 is going to be a monster. This year is amazing. And we're only on hole number 14 right now. We got a whole night ready to go, baby.
Romy, it's JJ in Kansas City. Up here in Omaha for the Jungle Open. I'm with
Geoff and Lincoln. What's happening, partner?
Yeah, Brian's out here going for his tour card where the rest of us are just hacking it away. A beautiful Saturday. You got to get the Cole crew out here for next year's tournament. Peace, brother.
Thanks for checking in from the course, brothers. Thanks for making the Jungle a tighter community with the Jungle Open. And big ups to 512 Lumber for winning. Congrats to Brian and Bugaha for pulling off a second Jungle Open with 25 clones. Grip it and rip it, fellas. Grip it and rip it. Man, I'm curious how that went down. This guy could probably tell me. He's en route from Omaha to Green Bay. Omaha! He took part. Let's find out. Kyle in Green Bay. Kyle, what's going on?
Drew the Jumpman Jut, man, I was laughing earlier when you reset that. It always makes me laugh. But I'll tell you what, it was a bad weekend to be a golf ball, a bad weekend to be Bush Latte. It was an amazing weekend, probably one of the best weekends I've had in a long time, especially with the coronavirus. Friday night, we got all drunk at one of Brian's buddies' houses. Made one of the most epic videos ever. It's on Twitter, clones. Check it out. Saturday was awesome. I met a bunch of people from Omaha. Shout out to my dude Kyle for letting us come crash at his man cave. Awesome crib, virtual golf in the basement. Went downtown, had a blast. Sunday fun day with Rich. Ended up going to some chick's apartment, went swimming, overlooking the city. I can't wait for next year. College World Series will be going on too. Smack off week. Dave is opening the Lorelei for us, so clones, let's pack that thing full. Benny and Wisco, let's get the dub. And I'm out, guys. I'll see you Friday. Romy, you are the GOAT. I'm out.
My man, rack him. Listen to Kyle in Green Bay. That's the same guy who couldn't get my name out the first time he called the show.
Rack him.
That kid's come a long, long way. This is the guy that could not utter the word gym successfully. Now I can't shut this cat up. All right, so if there was anybody else who wants to let us know what that was like, who took part, go ahead, hit me up. Kyle makes it sound like that was one of the best jungle weekends ever. Like, what were they better at, drinking or golf, I wonder? Where is the trophy? Are there any serious golfers in that group? 1-800-636-8686. And if you're watching on CBS Sports Network, you saw some of the pictures and some of the video. This tweet is from, come on, Jared. I saw that cardboard cutout of you at the Jungle Open. I have just one question. What was it doing there?
But I don't want to talk sports or anything. I want to talk America's Funniest Home Videos. All right? What were you doing there?
Come on, Jared.
Come on, Jared. If I'm not mistaken, it's Kyle's cardboard cutout, and he kind of drags it with him when he goes to the events. So that should answer that question. Got that? At come on, Jared.
Come on, Jared.
It's a good handle, though. Good Twitter handle. At come on, Jared.
Come on, Jared.
At come on, Jared.
Come on, Jared.
Come on, Jared. PJ in the Mile High tweets, you know you're trash when you call Bush Light Bush Latte. He did do that. Cal in Green Bay said, if I'm not mistaken, it was a bad weekend to be a golf ball, and it was a bad weekend to be Bush Latte. You know you're trash when you call Bush Light Bush Latte. That's a strong tweet. These guys aren't trash, man. They're all about the jungle. They're all about coming together. Playing some bad golf and drinking some bad beer. What's the problem? This guy's back. He won't let it go. At Socal Jeff. I wouldn't expect anything besides Busch Light to be served at this crank fest of a golf tournament, Romy. What golf tournament isn't? Jeff? Jeff, are you not on the list to go to the Rich Flores Invitational? Is that not also going to be a crank fest?
Crank, crank.
Isn't every golf tournament that? Jeff, still not in. Brother, I'm not saying I don't want you in. In fact, I kind of do want you in. But you got to give me a better reason to put you in. Quote, I wouldn't expect anything besides Busch Light to be served at this crank fest of a golf tournament.
Crank.
Actually, to be fair, didn't Kyle have a clone stock with Heineken and a keg once? I believe he did. Mike D for 3 tweets. My wife heard those Jungle Open sound bites. She asked if you still hung up on cringy callers. All right, as you know, the problem was those were voicemails. Those did not come to the show. I always hang up on cringy callers. Let me tell you something. The hate right now, the hate is flowing like Busch Latte. It's like opening up a fire hose of Busch Latte. For who? For what? You know, if you want to accuse these guys of not being responsible and social distancing, fine. But if you want to kill these guys for coming together to play some golf, drink some beer, and celebrate the show, man, you're barking up the wrong tree. I'm the host of the show. I love it. I respect it. You got to do better than calling it a crank fest. And then it's all trash because they're drinking Busch Latte. Like, what's wrong with cheap beer? It's beer and it's cheap. Count me in. All right, fellas. Nice job. Way to represent. Way to represent. Who knows? Maybe Hawk et al. And I make it out next year. You never know. Never say never. Never say never. Let's see. Quickly. Twitter reaction. At Not Total Big E. Guys. I have an idea. A jungle golf tourney. Cool. Where are we going? Vegas? Myrtle Beach? Scottsdale? Nope. Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha. We had an appearance in Omaha, Nebraska when they were ripping off and stacking national championships. One of the best events of my life. When I went to Omaha, Nebraska for the first time, I thought they were literally the nicest people I'd ever met in my life. So you're barking up the wrong tree yet again. Let's see. Mark in Boston. This guy's been really active. He's been more active than anybody, I think, in the lead up to the smack-off. Quote, if traveling to Omaha to play golf with a bunch of dudes was the best weekend of my life, I'd say I hope to try sex one day. Thanks, Mark. See you Friday. D-Rod2203 tweets, we all know you love and respect it, but I'm going to say you will never be attending that loser fest. Hey, Rod, I just said never say never. Yeah, I'm at the point in my life, especially now, at this point in my life, when we've gone through what we've gone through, I've got such a greater appreciation for everything in and around me. How do you know, man? Don't put words into my mouth. Never say never. At Haunted 00 Horse tweets, Jim, whenever you say you never know, maybe Hawk, Alvin, and I will make it out there next year. You actually mean we are going to force Hawk and only Hawk to represent us all by making an appearance next year. That's not what I mean. If I meant that, I would say it. I would say, hey, dopes, I would never be a part of your loser fest, but I'll make sure Hawk is. I didn't say that. Because I don't think they're dopes, nor do I think it's a loser fest. You think how am I not going to get behind something that celebrates the show, the brand? How do I not get behind a guy dragging a cardboard cutout of me across the country? Here's the guy who founded the entire event, Brian and Bugaha. Haters be learners. Wore the 2021 Jungle Open June 17th and June 18th. He's already got dates. Wore this Crankfest. Wore the lattes, a.k.a. Blue Yummies, a.k.a. the Blue Smoothies.